Welcome to Bring Your Fire Forward, my new podcast, and I'm so happy that you're here. I'm bringing forward today a topic about strategy. Everybody talks about marketing strategies, but no one talks about entrepreneur energy strategy. And I feel like it goes hand in hand with us being entrepreneurs, thinking of that next thing, making decisions, wearing different hats, having to stretch ourselves or just stay in motion of business altogether. And I think that for me as a woman, as a feminine business woman, exercising my feminine fire as I bring it forward in business, I feel like there is so much that I strategize in my energetics. And that's what I'm bringing forward today. Join me. Let's talk about it. So we're talking today about marketing strategy, how that's what everybody kind of talks about, but no one ever really talks about strategy around your energy. We're talking about energetics here, of what you're bringing into your business land, right? Your lane. No matter how narrow, niched in that lane is or how wide it is, it's the energetics that you're bringing forward into that. And I'm a firm believer of having good energy as I walk through this world. And a piece of me is my business. I have a business, I'm an entrepreneur, and I do everything I can to have good energy when I am in motion of business. Is that the same for you? If it is, drop a me too in the comments down there, so that I know that you're also an integral business owner. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to balance all of these things, and you can't just snap off the deep end, right? If you are, then I'd like to invite you to strategize your energy, because chaos is not the area of where we should be actively living in. We should not be in a chaos momentum of like, oh, I gotta make this decision. Oh, I can't believe, oh, this has to happen. Oh my gosh, do you know this fell through? Oh, I can't believe that sort of energy is very level one, if we can. Let's assign it a level. Level one energy. And I remember that energy being there as a very young, wet entrepreneur. We're talking years ago. I've been in this journey many years of my life. Over 20, I've been in the entrepreneur lane, different business ventures, different things. But what's important is the growth of energetics that I have done the self-work on. See, the beautiful thing about working on yourself, especially if you have a business that you're bringing forward, a passion that you're moving in the direction forward. When you take care of your energy, you're able to bring your fire just a little brighter. You're able to shine. You're able to get things done in a more fulfilled way. It's not just get it done. Okay, it's not that, okay? Because we can check boxes, we can hit deadlines, we can grind ourselves to the ground and get all the shit done in the world, and there's still more shit to deal with tomorrow, right? Yeah. But that's not what I'm saying here. And I know that many of us don't look at business in this balanced sense. It's, what are you talking about, Carolina? It's business. You go, you get it, you get paid for it, you exchange money for time, done. Now I'm going to go to the bar and I'm going to go have a Jack Daniels or get a couple shots. Do it again the next day. That starts to bring the energy down, right? I don't even have to go there. I mean, what's interesting actually is I energetically don't like to drink anymore. And I used to like to drink. I used to tequila shots. I'm part Mexican, part Colombian. Maybe a bourbon here and there, some red wine. Yeah, I'm not saying all in one sitting, okay, but I liked certain drinks. And they were always, I would definitely order one. What's interesting is as I started to really zone in on me and the energetics of what I was bringing forward, I started to not really want to reach for a drink anymore. I was so zoned in on my energy that I'm like, oh, I feel good. I'm vibing good. I even get compliments on my energy. Have you ever gotten a compliment on your energy? Yeah, it makes you, at first you're a little taken back. You're like, wait, what? Wait, you feel that? As it starts to happen more and more, you're like, yeah, that's right, because I take care of my self inner environment, that energy, that strategy of energy that I bring forward. And a lot of the times, my clients, or even new clients that I'm in conversation with, they'll comment on my energy. Isn't that interesting? It's almost like someone commenting on maybe your bicep. You're like, wow, you got some nice biceps. Well, thank you. I've been working at them, right? That's what you do. You work at it. That's what budgeting strategy in your energy, that self-care environment, really understanding that you need strategy to your energy. You can't just blow it all and work it all and grind to the ground and all-nighter and then do it again. It's not good for you, especially as a creative or as an entrepreneur or as a woman entrepreneur. You know why? Because we're nurturers. We exert a lot of energy, not only in our physical doing, but in our emotional doing, in our heart doing. That's how we're built. And so energetics, you need to strategize where you're pouring your energy to, what you're budgeting it to. I always like to walk through thinking of energy like money, something of value. You put it away, you save it, you watch it grow. You don't just give it away. You don't just buy dumb stuff with your money. Well, maybe you do. And then you regret it. You're like, damn, I spent some good money on that shit. I shouldn't have. Yeah. Energy is like budgeting it. And you strategize and you say, okay, you know what? Family, absolutely. That I'm going to give some energy to. My children, yes, absolutely. I'm going to give my energy to that. Clients, sure, but only a piece. Not the whole thing. There'll be boundaries around that. Budget. Budgets start to happen as you realize that your energy is your biggest source of being an entrepreneur. Especially being a heart-led entrepreneur, a creative entrepreneur that's passionately, boldly walking through the world. You have your heart, you got your energy. Hopefully you got a nice small circle of others lifting you up and encouraging you and rooting you on. Leave those doubters and naysayers. Leave them on the sideline. It's okay. That's okay. They can sit front row. Scoot up a seat. Come on, I want you to watch. Because I'm going to struggle, I'm going to fall down, and I'm going to get back up. You just need your small circle. And when you have a small circle, you're able to reach out to them and say, hey, can you just help me check in for a second? Or, hey, I got this thing this flag of like, frustration is coming at me and it's eating up my energy. And it's eating at me. Can I have a space where I can bring this forward, right? A lot of people say, oh, I'll hold space for you. How many know it takes really, really amazing people that have earned the right to hold space for you? Because not everybody knows how to hold space. More times than not, when we share something energetically that's like, oh, I'm feeling this like right now energetically, it's spiraling me down, it's pulling at me, I can feel it sucking my energy out. When we feel that, we're in a place where we could easily go negative. We could easily spiral down. We could easily go like, oh my gosh. And, well, lose your shit. Yeah. I used to lose my shit. I wish I would have understood what energy strategy was 20 years ago. Nobody taught me this. Nobody spoke about this. Now I speak about it. I speak about it so that my kids, my daughter, my son can grow up and try to reverse the things that maybe they saw me do with my energy before. But had I known this, that I was in control of the budgeting of my own energy, where I said yes to, what I said no to, how I, in gratitude, appreciate the offer, but still It's a no thank you. Why? Because energetically, it's not in the budget. This all branches down to being an entrepreneur, being a creative entrepreneur. See, as I started to do more and more of this self-work inside, what I found was creatives, we don't know how to put value on ourselves. That's number one. It's not a thumbs up. It's number one. I'm starting there. One, two. Number two, we also don't know how to say no. Yeah. Just let both of those swirl in your head for a second. You don't know how to put value on your fire, your gift, the beautiful things that you can do. And you also don't know how to say no. Or you struggle to say no. I used to be there. And I would give my energy and I would say, oh yeah, because I felt bad. And yes, and I'll do it. Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, I was a yes. I was a people pleaser. I was in fear of what they would think if I said no. Oh my gosh, they would think that I'm just this horrible person with no heart. You know, it's funny, since I have done so much self-work on my energetics, on my insides, I get more love now of people telling me, I love your energy. I love being in a room with you. I want to sign up for that workshop I know your energy is just, isn't that interesting? Because when we stop worrying about other people and we bring our energy back in and we claim it, this is all my energy. This is the only freaking thing that I have control over in this world, to some degree. To some degree, right? A fly comes at you and you're swatting, you're using energy, right? You didn't mean to. You're like, oh, I just spent like a little bit of energy. I wish I would have known this growing up. You're able to see it as a battery filled or a bank account filled, or if you play video games, your life little meter filled. Think of it in that sense. This is your energy. You wake up. If you get a good night's sleep, I have a friend, Kaylee, if you're watching right now, guess this to you, girl. I have a friend that got a really cool sleep number bed, and she tells me, hey, I got a good score when I was sleeping. And I'm like, what? And lately her score's been going up, and she learned how to even like not start the count yet. Like, wait a minute, I'm just chilling in bed watching TV. Don't start counting my... And I love that because that reminds me of like, it shows you in meter how much good rest you got, how much your energy is filled. So imagine that you wake up in the morning and you got your energy filled. Say you got a good night's rest, you didn't drink anything last night, you're not hungover, you don't have any deadlines, so you're good. You got some energy, right? You're like bopping. You're like, all right, I'm in this room all by myself, I'm having music, I'm working, I'm getting things done, right? Then all of a sudden, you get a call. It's a boss. It's someone needing something from you, pulling at you, saying, hey, I need something from you. Fill in the blank. It could be a friend, a family member, a client, it could be anything. I need something from you. Now we're in this area where we get to decide what kind of energy we're bringing forward. Now, if it's a bad call and someone's like yelling at you, hey, you didn't blah, 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 right? You immediately have an emotional regulation to strategize how much energy you're actually going to pour in right there back. What you're going to respond with. How many of y'all are generators listening right now? Yeah, me too. I'm a generator. Even worse, I'm an emotional generator. So I'll react, bah, right? And so I have to learn, nope. If I react, I'm gonna just spike up my energy. I'm gonna like give out a whole bunch of energy for no reason. I want that energy for myself. I'm selfish with my energy. It's my source. It's my life. It's what I bring into my family, into my household, into my relationships. If I'm always drained and feeling like shit, then that's the energy I'm gonna bring, and nobody's gonna wanna be around Carolina. It's true. They'd be like, oh, she's always down. She's always spiraling. She's always bitching or moaning about something. Yeah. Energy strategy. Nobody talks about it. We talk about marketing strategy. Shoot, I could take up this entire hour talking about marketing strategy, but that's not what I want to talk about. Sure, that's my business. Yes, I'm a marketer. Yes, I'm a brand designer. Yes, I'm a brand connector. All of that. Yes, 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 yes. But more importantly, I am an entrepreneur with a business dream, a passion to make impact in this world. And the only way that I can do that and have fulfilling within my own heart, within my own fire, is to protect my energy and be strategic with my energy. If you watched the last episode, there was talk about me doing creative connection. And I actually have the frame right behind me, but it was created from DVDs. I'm in the way, but it's kind of right there off to the left of my shoulder. DVDs with recycling, upcycling, cutting it. I created a connection to be able to be creative, right? Like something that I could tangibly get my hands into and just connect to that. Because I, as an entrepreneur, have to unplug out of business. Just because I work and I have a studio office at home does not mean that I bring my work always home. I have to unplug from it. And when I do, I create a connection into what flows my energy. It almost fills it up. It's like, you want another? Yes, please. More, please. Here's my cup. Fill it up. Creative connections are so healthy for us, just as humans. Humans, I say in blanket format because we are all created to create. We all have these hands and minds and voices, and everybody has something to create and bring forward with their fire. Connecting back into that creativity helps pour and pour back into, it's almost like depositing at the bank account, some more energy back in. When you allow yourself to do that, even step away while you're in the midst of business. Right now, it is the beginning of October, and I have at least 5 events going on this month that I have connection to, that I have part in. I have a piece to play and bring forward. And there's a lot. My to-dos are growing right now. But also, I paused because I felt creative enough where I wanted to talk and add more into these podcast episodes. It's been something I've been working on lately. It's a creative venture for me. It's something new. Many of you know, if you watched the first episode, I literally just pressed 3, 2, 1 and started recording. I did not even have a name to my podcast, nor a synchronized intro. Welcome to Bring Your Fire Forward. Let me welcome you right now to my new podcast, Bring Your Fire Forward, which literally was born because I felt like being creative in a different way. I've heard that I have good energy on camera. That makes me feel proud of myself because I've done a lot of self-work to come into frame, into camera. I spent years out of shot with just my hands only showing things. There's a great episode all about that, if you get a chance to catch it. My earlier years of piñata making, I had a business. That was my very first business. And I would do tutorials where you only were allowed to see my hands because I didn't want to be seen. These creative ventures that our hearts bring us on as entrepreneurs really kind of pave the way for us as we follow our energy of like, well, this makes me feel good. I'm going to try it. Even that in its own self is strategy as we walk forward in our pull at being an entrepreneur, at a passion. The fun part is getting further enough down the line, understanding when it's time to close doors, realizing that all of it is not for nothing. It's actually just coming all forward with you. It has a spot. It was just a lesson that you walked through before and you're bringing it forward. Much like we talk about, we have burdens, we have bricks that we just put in our bag, like all that shit that weighs you down, right? But we also have dreams and like poofy clouds. Think of them like cotton candy. We bring those and we put those also. Oh yeah, I loved my piñata making business, custom piñatas shipped nationwide. Worked up from ma pa little party stores to e-commerce, doing corporate events, even served Raytheon, the missile company itself, for a corporate retreat. You better believe it. 12 custom piñata missiles. So cool. I gotta show pictures of that. My point is, those are ventures that come forward. Those were something that I strategized through my life because that brought me energy. It fulfilled my energy. Did it make me rich? No. Did it prepare me for forward? Yes. I learned a lot in my first business. I also took the pieces that I still love and I bring them forward in my business today with Designify. I often run Cinco de Mayo piñata campaigns, marketing little campaigns, getting them involved. I make it fun. Why? Because that brings forward my fire and it makes me feel energetically filled up. And so I blend it in. I blend in this creative fire into my business. It doesn't matter what my business is. My point is you as a human, as a creative, when you blend the two things, honor that creative energy so that you can strategize and fill your energy back up. Sometimes you want to go to the water. Sometimes you want to go swimming. You want to go to the beach. Sometimes you're wanting that type of element to energetically fulfill you. Why? Because sun, sand, water, all of those things fill us up in different ways. So creatively, if we have a connection where we're like, I don't know, I feel like going in, I've had random things. I just feel like building, I've built headboards before. I'll get out my jigsaw. I'll have all sorts of tools. Sometimes I just want to go do yard work. Energetically, I want to just make my bushes all pretty and they are aligned, and it somehow energetically feeds me to feel good. No, that's not OCD. That's like, oh, I made that. Okay, I did that. That's a win. It makes me energetically fast win. It fills up my energy tank. Now I can strategize where I'm going to be using that energy as I go forward in my day, whether I'm working that day or not. I mean, isn't that the beauty of being an entrepreneur? You get to pick where you're putting your energy. I once had a client call me and yell at me on the phone, on speaker, in front of other employees. And I remember feeling that energy just come through the phone. Anger, like fire, hot. And I sat there and I was sorting through what I was going to respond like. I was budgeting my response because I could have flapped off. I could have gone off the deep end, but I didn't. My heart is beating a little bit fast right now, just recollecting that energetic conversation that was right there trying to just suck all my energy. It definitely gives you, every time a challenge comes our way in life, it is that moment of pause where you get to decide, how am I strategically going to use my energy in this instance? I was very mutual at my response to him. I got off the call. I sat and processed. I'm a generator. I need time to process. Yeah, okay. If you need time to process, write that in the comments. I agree. So I took until the next morning. I really thought about it when I was going to respond to him, because energetically, we were not going to be in a working collaboration with that type of energy coming at me. Hell no. And so I sorted through and I realized, well, he's not going to get me bent out of shape. It's my integrity. And even though I'm going to give him benefit of the doubt, maybe he had a bad day. He's not normally a dick like this. So I got on the phone. I called him. It rang. He picked up, kind of immediate. And I got to telling him, hey, about our conversation yesterday. What I wanted to make known, and I went through a very calm way of explaining. See, I choose who I collaborate with. And if we're going to have communication like this, then I am going to offer you a full refund so that you can go find someone else that will work with you and bring your vision forward. You would think that he heard that. He didn't. It was almost like the universe was challenging me again. Say it louder for the ones in the back. I was like, oh, Lord. He kept going off. Well, sorry, I said it like this because, I expect and blah, blah, I. That's all I heard. Okay, he obviously didn't hear me. Let's try again, round 2. What I am saying is that if we are going to work together, and if you ever have an issue with something, I expect the courtesy of you calling me and you and I discussing it. But further into the future, we will not have any other interactions like this. He kind of heard me. Well, my wife says that I don't respond sometimes, and I just had a bad day, and this happened and that happened. Oh, 3 times. Okay. Wow. 3 times. I got to go 3 times. Great. So what do? 1 more time. So again, see, the way that I build my business is that I'm able to pick and choose who I am in collaboration with. And because of that, that balances my energy strategy. It's more than just a marketing strategy. It's more than an entrepreneurial strategy. It's more than business. It's energy strategy. And that is super important when you are in business. It took until the 3rd time for him to come down to understanding. He then apologized. And we had a really great working relationship for about 3 years. It was really good. Eventually, we went our separate ways. He's got a great brand, super excited about all of everything that we learned together. And even in that instance where life served up him having a bad day, I happened to be in line of the bad day, and I got a challenge through life to be able to say, hey, let's practice that energy strategy thing. Let's try that budgeting thing. Let's try that boundary thing. Let's try that speaking up thing. Wait, you didn't say it loud enough. Say it again. Wait, louder. 3 times I had to say it. And all the while, even though my voice, I tried to keep it very calm, I was shaking on the inside. I was shaking. I was so nervous. Why? It goes back to that thing I told you in the beginning, creatives. The value, speaking up for yourself, putting boundaries in. It's hard. It's hard as a creative. It's something that I had to do a lot of self-work on. Yeah. Super beneficial though. You definitely gain respect. You gain boundaries. And you gain really like this self-love about, this is the type of business I'm putting forward. I'm not in business so that you can talk to me a certain way. You don't own me. We're in an energetic exchange. It's not time for money. I got out of that a long time ago. It is collaboration of me bringing my gift into your gift, and we collaborate together, and we find that we can create a bigger fire together. We can spotlight your fire by me bringing my fire in to help you spotlight what you're passionately bringing forward. That I know is what I bring forward. It's not being in a way of cockiness or thinking, oh, it's actually being in understanding of your energetics, your flow, your strategy, what you creatively were made to create and bring forward and do and move the needle and create impact, all of that. So, energetics, energy, strategy. Other strategies are, going out for a walk. We always say that. I love plugging into nature. It's one of my biggest things that help me pour into my energy. Drawing, painting. I like to doodle and draw. I can't draw all the time. It's only when I feel like drawing. Anybody else have that happen? I can't just draw on a whim. But having that creative connection definitely helps to just strategize my day, plan out the month, take time for my own self. I'm interested in how do you strategize your energy? Maybe there's something specific you do. I know when I use there's a certain machine at the gym, it's the rowing machine. When I use that machine, I feel so hyped. I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm rowing. I feel good. I'm like, if I was actually in a rowboat, I wonder how far I'd be right now, right? Like it fills my energy. It gets my imagination going. More so than the elliptical or the treadmill. You know what I mean? You're just kind of walking in place. It's all energy strategy. And it helps you show up better. It helps you bring forward and light up a room. It helps you be sparkly. Have you ever seen someone across the room that is just shiny? Like really shiny? Has that ever happened to you? Just someone that caught your eye. Now, you might need, some work on the divine eyes, the spiritual eyes here. But yeah, I almost went up to this lady one time. I saw her and I could not take my eyes off her. She was an older woman. She was wearing white and she was just glowing and she had this beautiful smile. She was walking out of the restaurant with, a couple other friends, and I watched her the entire way as she made her way to the car and through the glass doors into the car. And she sat and mingled with the people saying goodbye and then getting in her car. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I want to run out to her and just tell her, I see your light. I don't even know what you do, but wow. I can still see her in my head now. I'll never know who she was. Next time I see that light, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it to the person I see. Maybe, who knows what I'll be in connection with. I was on a call yesterday with a woman that attended one of my recent workshops, and she upgraded to the VIP, and she gets to sit with me one-on-one. And so we're in that call yesterday, and it was such a beautiful call. This woman brings such amazing energy. Her name is Bessie Estonaktak. Beautiful name. She's Hawaiian, I believe. And she is a sacred death guide. And just the way that she speaks of life and death is just, oh my goodness, wow, it'll change your perception. But I was talking to her and I was in this room. I had never been in a room with her before. We met and she signed up, and before I knew it, she was in the workshop room, but I didn't have one-on-one really with her. And so we're sitting in this room together, and she says to me, she says, I really, really like the energy that you brought into that room, and sitting here in this room with you, I feel it. I feel it. My energy likes your energy. And that just made me smile, because I was like, I feel it too. I feel it too. My energy is like, it wants to just reach out and hug your energy. Isn't that amazing? It's instinctual energy. When we lean into that energy is so powerful to us. It actually even guides us to the right people that are next for us to actually come together with. How many of y'all believe that? Yeah. I have a client that I'm working with right now for, actually, this month makes a year. Yay, a year. New clients, love it. Um, and she said to me 3 months before we started working together, so a year and 3 months ago, she said to me, when I heard your name, I knew I was going to work with you. And how do you know? How did you know that? She's like, I knew my time would come to work with you. I had you on my radar. That's not anything creepy. That's actually her energetically speaking. She had me energetically on her energy radar. And that was strategically, she was being pulled towards me. And when I met with her, I'm like, oh yeah, I really like you too. Oh, we can make some magic together. Because guess what? If we can vibe together, if our energies flow together, then we can make some amazing things happen together. And that's the beauty of finding out if your energy is good to work with other energy. And that's why we no longer exchange time for money. It's not just, yeah, pay me and I'll get it done. No, 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 no. It's, hey, will our energies work well together? Because if so, sky's the limit. If not, we got a limit. We got a limit because at a certain point, my energy is going to be like, no more. How many of y'all feel that? Yeah, me too. So energy strategy, super important. How are you incorporating it in your world, in your business venture? Even if you're not an entrepreneur, just in your human venture. I know it serves me well in my entrepreneurial journey. I know it serves me amazing of pulling in my creative connection because that fills my energy of what I have inside. Maybe you like to play the flute or you like to go for a run, maybe. But nobody can fill up that energy for you except you. Nobody can make you feel better about your energy. Oh, I feel like shit. Make me feel better. I can't make you feel better. You're the only one that's in control of how you make yourself feel. And if you're bringing a low energy to your business or to your world or to your family or to your, then it's going to suffer. Those pieces are going to suffer. A part of me being a marketer, a brand specialist, part of my strategy in business, my biggest strategy in business is my energy strategy. I hold it closer than anything else. I'd rather pay attention to my energy strategy 20 times a day than go on to social media and check that 20 times a day. I'd rather prioritize my energy and what's going on there and where I'm spending it than prioritize how many times I'm posting or getting content up. See, I'm a marketer that doesn't believe or subscribe into grinding your business through. Oh, you gotta market. Oh, you gotta post 3 times a day. One in this time, one in that. Yeah, no. That shit just grinds you out. No, thank you. I'm more into the energetic of where you're steering your business, how it's reflecting you energetically forward, professionally forward, even just your own brand story, the stories, the things that have happened that you're passionately bringing forward. That's where you need to market so that people can feel you in your marketing. They can feel that fire you bring forward. They can see you. They associate it with you. This is not about marketing. Don't even get me started over there. See, it comes out so easily. This is about bringing your fire forward. That is what this podcast is about. It is not about marketing. So anytime that I bring my business in, it's only to speak to you in an entrepreneurial, relatable sense. I have a business. Maybe you have a business. And if so, protect your energy. Strategize your energy. Prioritize strategizing your energy. Bring in creative flow. Bring in nature. It will take you much farther, much more fulfilled, and much faster when you honor those things. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. What is your energy strategy that you are implementing? Have you ever thought about energy as a strategy? Have you ever thought about it in the sense of money, budgeting money, of value? Your energy is super, super valuable. It's replenishable to a certain sense, right? You go to sleep, hopefully you had a good day or a good night rest. Your time is zero replenishable. See, the time and the energy go hand in hand. So one's replenishable, one is not. So you better be super strategic with what you're doing with that because it interlocks with time. Yeah, I think y'all already know that. Obviously, we know that, but sometimes we just need to be reminded. Oh yeah, yeah, I should budget my energy. While you're budgeting your energy, it helps you come into those challenges of finding your boundaries, speaking up for your boundaries. Isn't it beautiful how life just links those little lessons together so beautifully? One of my last podcasts, I talked about how our creator is like, oh, you want to go to that level? Yes, I'm rooting for you, girl. I want you to go there. But wait, first, you're going to need these things before you go. So I'm going to, here, let's go get them. Oh, wait, you know what? Sit right there. You just stay tight. I'm going to go get everything you need and I'm going to bring it to you. Here's one lesson. Okay, you got that? Oh, wait, you dropped it. Here, okay. You got that one. Okay. Now here's the next one. Okay, keep coming. Come on this way. Okay, you need this one now, right? And each time you're going through these challenges and hopefully you're bringing your best and you're looking at it and you're trying to budget your energy as each challenge comes and you're learning, okay, I could go off the handle, I could lose my shit, I could think what was me. But in that same breath, you're looking at the strategy here of like, wait, if I spend all my energy doing that, even though I don't have control over it, where's it going to leave me at the end of the day? Where's it going to spiral me down? What am I going to have left to bring home to my kids, my husband, my dog? Got my burnt golden doodle, Luna. She's in the podcast right now with us. She is laying right underneath this desk, so she is here. One day I'll have her on. I'll bring her bed in so she can sit up real tall. You can see her. I hope you catch that other podcast about our creator giving us those lessons, because this is those challenges that help us budget and boundary and create that energy strategy in our world. Multiple opportunities daily for us to practice this. So I challenge you, and I would love to hear what your next challenge is and where you paused for a second, right? Makes us pause and then respond with good energy strategy. That's the homework. So next thing that life serves up to you, in that pause, remember that. Remember Carolina saying, energy strategy, energy strategy. Trust me, it's going to serve you so much better, especially at the end of the day, especially when you get through that challenge. It's going to leave more left over for you to be you, to be good you, to govern that internal environment of your energy. That's the only thing we got control over. All right. Well, I hope that this thought is on your brain. I hope that it lands just beautifully in your heart and gives you a different perspective around entrepreneur, around bringing this energetic strategy into your business flow, into your daily life, into your entrepreneurial flow. All right, this is Carolina with Designify and Bring Your Fire Forward. I thank you for joining me today. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell while you're at it, because I guess you get updates with that. All right, bye for now.